Hi, it's Chris. In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and reinstall the turntable motor in your GE microwave. Now, to remove and reinstall that motor, it only requires a few basic hand tools. Keep in mind, if your machine needs to be repaired, it's usually simple enough to do it yourself. Visit PartSelect.com, enter your model number, and quickly find and order the part you need. Some of the reasons why you'd be looking at removing and replacing the turntable motor is, over time, through normal wear and tear, these motors will start to become a bit noisy, and you'll wind up wanting to replace it for that reason. The other thing that can happen is sometimes the gear inside will actually strip so that your turntable is not fully operating properly. It may turn a little bit, and then it'll stick and catch, and then it'll take off and go again. And if that's happening, you're going to want to replace the motor. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to remove power from the microwave. So with these, it's just a matter of removing the plug from the outlet. Now, if in your cabinet where your outlet is, it's hard to reach, then you simply have to go to your fuse panel and turn off the breaker for your microwave. Once that's done, you're going to want to open your door. You're going to want to remove your glass tray and the tray ring that supports it, and just set those to one side. Now, the next thing we want to do is to remove the drive lug that connects to the motor, that is what your glass tray sits on. And that's just a matter of taking hold of it and pulling straight up, and you can take that off and set it to one side. So now your microwave is most likely mounted to the wall underneath your cabinet. So you do not have to take the microwave down from there in order to remove and replace that motor. Our microwave is down on the table, so I'm going to be able to show you better how you would do it. So I'm just going to take this microwave and set it on its back. For you doing the removal and reinstallation in your home, you're going to be working in underneath it. So this is the underside of your microwave. So now we want to remove these Phillips head screws from around the perimeter of the bottom plate. So it's just a matter of working your way around. I tend to leave the middle one to the very last. And the reason I leave it to the last is because if this was like yours is in your home, mounted up into the cabinet, when I remove this screw, this panel is going to want to fold down. So it's just nice and easy to be prepared for that by only having to take this one last screw, holding your hand against that bottom panel so it doesn't fall when you don't want it to. So once you've got the last screw out, just keep your hands on the panel because it's going to want to drop down. And now you can see everything that's in here. So we've got your light assemblies, and this is your turntable motor. So what we're going to want to do is to pull this harness off, and you can just pull it off with your hands. And you can move this out of the way. Now, you may find it easier where it's hanging down to be able to get this completely out of your way, and if you want to, that's easy to do too. You're just going to simply remove the wiring that goes onto your light assemblies, and they just pull right off. And that'll allow you to take that away from your microwave altogether. So now you can see our motor, it's actually held in place by two screws. We'll start with the bottom one. Remove the screw, go up to the top, remove that screw as well. And remove the turntable motor. So there you go, it's just that easy to remove the turntable motor in your GE microwave. And reinstallation is just as easy. It's the exact same process, but in reverse. We're just going to bring the motor and put it back into place, and you're going to want to make sure you have the terminals facing this way. It really wouldn't mount if you tried to do it the other way anyway. So just rotate it, slip it into position, and now we just got to put our screws back in. Start with the top one. Just snug it a little bit till we get our bottom screw in. can snug this one down, go back up, tighten the top one. So there, now that we have the turntable motor mounted to the bottom of the microwave, we just need to bring the bottom panel up into position so we can hook up our wiring harness. Now we'll connect our turntable motor's wires first, and they just push on, and it doesn't matter which way you have the harness, it will work just fine either way. Push that on till you hear it click into place. Now that we have this one settled into position, we can start to reconnect our lights. So we'll just start with this one first. Slide on the bottom wire, and again you just push it on till you can hear it click and lock into position. Same with the top one. Now that this side is done, we just need to connect the wires to the light on the other side. So now again, it's the same process. We're going to put our bottom wire on, push it onto the socket until you feel the little click, and then the top wire, same thing again. So now that we have our wires all connected, it's just a matter of bringing that bottom panel up into the position where it's supposed to be and putting our screws in order to hold it. I'm just going to put the middle one in just because it's easiest to get at, and then just work around the perimeter, putting all the screws back into place. Now that all those screws are in, we'll just come back and snug up that first one we put in. And there, that's all back together. So now, as we mentioned before, we have the microwave on its back in order to show to you how the best way to do this is. In your case, your microwave did not have to come down off your wall, so you would have been working from the underneath. So now we're just going to put it back up as it would be if it was mounted on the wall and finish the installation. So now we're going to just open up our door, bring in the drive lug for your turntable. Now this just sets back down into place, and on the motor shaft it has a flat spot, same as this connector does. So we're just going to set it down into place and just going to rotate it till we feel it drop into position. Just like that. Now that the drive lug is in place, it's just a matter now of bringing in the supporting ring for the glass tray, bringing the tray in and lining up the lugs on the bottom of the tray. And of course, we're going to make sure we have these lugs on the bottom of the tray lock into the connector that we just installed. So there you go. It's just that easy to remove and reinstall the turntable motor on your GE microwave.